This was my dream job. Our attorneys should not be put in this position, and the community should not have to be in this kind of position either.
An unexpected resignation from Kim Gardner's office. What caused an assistant circuit attorney to walk away from her job and a high-profile case?
That's a good start to the morning. We had clouds right over the arch, but I'll tell you what, looking west, it's a little darker, but it's too dark to show right now. We'll show you why that is and when the severe threat increases.
Who takes priority, your pet or your partner? Oh, those are fighting words. Okay, the new research that could spark something pretty interesting between you and your partner at the dinner table tonight. I think I know where that's going.
I know.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Oh, wow. We are waking up with a live look at the Gateway Arch and all of those beautiful colors. I could name every one of them, but I will spare you. I will spare you. How gorgeous is that, though?
Very nice.
If you're up with us this morning, take a look, maybe get a screen grab if you're watching this with your phone as well, because that is postcard picture
Very nice.
perfect.
Looking
Yes.
up to the clear off to the east, out to the west.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm Michelle Lee.
Gary Frank here. We're filling in, hanging out, and
Hanging out.
we got a busy day when it comes to the weather. So this is an alert day here as we continue to talk about things changing, and there are going to be a couple of different rounds of storms here that we're monitoring right now. And obviously, you look off to the east; it's as clear as can be. There are more clouds as we look from a different view here, and I'll tell you what we're going to continue to see is not only temperatures are a little bit warmer than they were yesterday morning, where area wide we're in the 60s. But as we look at things off to the west, that's what I want to show you that's heading our way. Now, we're going to start off with a couple different rounds of rain. You'll notice how that first little round of rain is slowly working its way through Columbia and eventually falling apart a little bit in Herman. And that's where I think that's going to impact here in the city. Nothing severe at the moment, but these storms off to the west are not only associated with the major storm that's going to impact us later on, but those storms that are really right now near Sedalia are starting to hold together, and that's what I think is going to impact us later on today. So there are a couple of different rounds. Our severe weather outlook has been increased since yesterday. If you didn't join us anywhere after noon, this increased. We're now under an enhanced risk. That's category 3 of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. And I would expect the rest of the afternoon and evening, we're going to see those numbers really start to go up as we see a couple of different rounds of rain. When the main line of severe weather arrives and the main impacts we can expect here coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Gary. Right now, there are only 3 prosecutors left in the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office after a surprise resignation yesterday. 5 on Your Side was first to receive the Assistant Circuit Attorney's resignation letter, as well as the first to speak with her. She tells us she did not plan to walk off the job yesterday, though her concerns were growing for a while. Here's Brent Solomon.
5 on Your Side, the first to get hands on this resignation letter and the first to speak with Natalia Ogurkowicz.
My title was Assistant Circuit Attorney in the Homicide and Violent Crimes Unit.
The now former St. Louis prosecutor speaking with us on the very day she told her boss, Kim Gardner, she's had enough.
I felt that I needed to leave the Circuit Attorney's Office at this time due to the position that our attorneys have been placed in. Due to the impossible circumstances and the fact that we are expected to do far more than one attorney's job. Right now, what we're expected to do is to be an attorney, to be an investigator, to be a paralegal, and to be a victim services advocate due to the lack of support and lack of structure in the Circuit Attorney's Office at this time.
Ogurkowicz was the prosecutor in the Daniel Riley case. That's the man accused of hitting 17-year-old Janae Edmondson with his car, causing her to lose both her legs. The armed robbery suspect was out of jail on bond, but violated his GPS monitoring terms nearly 100 times. That launched Attorney General Andrew Bailey's quest to get Gardner out of office, claiming she's not doing her job.
I can't speak on that given the ethical parameters of an individual who's involved in litigation, but I'm sure that my thoughts as well as the thoughts of others are going to become clear because I am fully cooperative with the Attorney General's efforts.
At a crime solutions meeting Thursday, a representative from Gardner's office addressing the community.
The appointed, Attorney General is trying to take away your right to determine who your elected officials are. Your presence voters is extremely important to make sure that we keep our city safe. And he wants to say he's the best knower of what the interests are in the city of St. Louis.
The safety of the community requires that this circuit and this office be led with integrity, and that the attorneys can be effective in their environment.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Well, that attorney was scheduled to prosecute 2 first-degree murder trials next week. The 3 remaining prosecutors now have to handle about 500 cases. Kim Gardner has not commented on the most recent resignation. The hearing on the Attorney General's push to remove Gardner from office is Tuesday afternoon at 1:30. 5 on Your Side will live stream it on YouTube, KSDK.com, as well as the 5 Plus app. You can download that app for free on Roku and Fire TV. Well, this morning we now know more about the connection between murdered Cash App founder and St. Louis native Bob Lee and the man charged in his death. 38-year-old Nima Momeni made his first court appearance yesterday after last week's deadly stabbing in San Francisco. Now, court documents reveal a witness told police that Lee and Momeni's sister were out drinking the night before Lee was killed. If found guilty, Momeni could spend 26 years in prison. Planned Parenthood responded to the Missouri Attorney General's emergency rule that bans gender-affirming care. In a statement yesterday, the organization says they are keeping their doors open and increasing their capacity to welcome as many patients as they can before the rule takes effect on April 27th. Now, Planned Parenthood is hosting special pop-up clinics starting Monday. Walk-ins can head to their Central West End clinic from 8 to 5. You can also schedule an appointment at their Fairview Heights location. Well, this morning, Lime electric scooters are back in downtown St. Louis for the spring and summer seasons. They relaunched yesterday with some new safety campaigns preventing underage riding and reducing speed limits. Bird brought back their scooters last weekend with no issue.